Which face do you find more attractive, the first or second? Or are they roughly equal in facial attractiveness? Objectively, both faces are well into the top 1% of attractiveness, yet different proportions and features make each face attractive. I sought to find the differences between attractive Caucasians and attractive African Americans, so I ran my own case study to determine the differences. For my study, I curated a diverse pool of top models and actors from both ethnic groups, widely acknowledged for their attractiveness. Through analysis, I discovered the similarities and differences between attractive Caucasians and African Americans. A notable difference emerged between the races within their eye areas. Attractive African American men exhibited notably wider set eyes on average compared to their Caucasian counterparts. Surprisingly, Black men's average eye separation ratio exceeded that of attractive white women, challenging conventional notions associating wider set eyes with femininity. Additionally, African Americans displayed, on average, one more degree of positive canthal tilt, further distinguishing their eye area. Aside from the eyes, there were deviations in general facial proportions too. Wider set eyes and fuller upper lips among African Americans trended their mid-face ratios towards a more feminine range compared to Caucasians. This difference also influenced the lower to upper lip ratio, resulting in more balanced lip sizes among African Americans, in contrast to the typically larger lower lip observed in Caucasians. Moreover, African Americans exhibited a slightly higher chin-to-philtrum ratio and notably broader noses than Caucasian counterparts. For a detailed facial analysis or looks-maxing advice, check the official FaceIQ website linked in the description. Now, let's get back to the video. The similarities are as interesting as the differences. So let's examine the factors that make both races attractive. Both ethnic groups showcase low-set and dark eyebrows, with a slight positive eyebrow tilt and an average eye aspect ratio of 3:1. Additionally, both races had similar jaw widths and inclinations from the front profile. Both groups displayed similar facial third proportions and face shapes, with a dominant lower third and a face 1.33 times taller than wide. A wide neck emerged as a universal trait among men from both races. Now, let's look at the side profile where there are more differences. The first notable difference was that African Americans had a slightly less flat profile than Caucasians. This was depicted in multiple facial convexity measurements and nasal assessments. Although attractive African Americans had more rounded profiles, they generally had flatter profiles than most people in the population. This depicts that you still want a flatter, well-projected side profile, regardless of race. Assessments also depicted that African Americans generally had less projected noses than Caucasians. This slightly affected assessments such as the total facial convexity angle, which measures the profile's flatness by considering the brow ridge, nose, and chin. Since African Americans typically have a slight skeletal bimaxillary protrusion, this impacted measurements such as the mentolabial angle, resulting in a more acute assessment. This bimaxillary protrusion, or in simpler words, the upper and lower jaw being more projected, resulted in African Americans often failing lip assessments such as the E-plane. This is entirely expected as these cephalometric assessments were laid out for Caucasians. If the average attractive African American does not pass them, then logically, assessments such as the E-plane and Steiner line should not be the standard for African American profiles. Both ethnic groups shared many core similarities in the side profile, including an acute gonial angle, a long ramus, and an acute nasofrontal angle, which depicts a well-developed brow ridge. To conclude, many assessments are very similar among attractive white and black men. Core tenets of facial attractiveness, such as a high facial width-to-height ratio, a wide jaw, and dark and low-set eyebrows, are consistently seen among attractive people of both ethnic groups. Though there were similarities between the groups, it's also crucial to account for the averages of their ethnic group when assessing an African American's attractiveness. More upturned eyes or a broader nose should not be considered flaws in African Americans, provided their measurement still fits in the ideal range for their ethnicity. If you want to support the channel and learn more about your face, check out the first link in the description below. You won't be disappointed. Thank you again for watching until the end of the video. A like and subscribe are always appreciated.